Speaking of things that are dying, any dead grandmothers to report in the obit section today? Because college football and Nona are the same thing. Go ahead.
I got a couple issues, and then I'll get to some coaching on the hot seats type things. But I'm going to start this. This is going to Kenny here.
Okay.
Because there's one thing that isn't dying. Nona may be dying, but this sure isn't dying in Georgia.
Meth.
Georgia wide receiver Sokovie White was arrested on reckless driving charge
Another?
in latest traffic-related incident for the program.
Okay.
Kenny,
Okay.
what is going on?
Okay, before Kenny answers, I got to think that in this NIL, like the ride share people, I would just go to Georgia and say, hey, I'm going to pair up with you guys.
I got a better
so
solution.
we can end this.
Better solution. Isn't this week the Mackinac Policy Conference? We take a page out of Mackinac. We're going horse and buggies only in Athens. We are now done.
But then we'll see high-speed horse accidents, Mike. That's just as bad.
Right. They're running the derby.
My carriage is in a ditch.
Why don't these guys have their own drivers though? I mean,
Or
employed by Kirby Smart in the athletic program.
Or hear me out. Just drive aggressive, but not insane.
They can't.
How
They
about
literally
this?
can't do
Just
that.
be responsible.
Yeah, apparently he was driving down a one-way roadway. That's what this incident was this time
Jesus.
around. Yep.
What is that?
I mean, seriously, this is becoming a problem down there. If I'm Kirby Smart, like, guys, do I really have to hold a special meeting to say, don't drive stupidly? Just be careful.
Can you imagine that on the overhead projector? Don't drive stupidly.
Right. You got a PowerPoint presentation of
I got
all
nothing.
the accidents in the last 3 years.
You know what? I know how the papers up here would report it. You know, they've got quite a culture down there. That's how it rolls up here.
So, speaking
Nice
of
culture at your school.
speaking of stupid, I mean, I guess I'm not surprised by this in the world we live in. Before
What's
I get
that?
to the coaches, the NCAA did an investigation on some betting interest type threats. 1 in 3 high-profile athletes receive abusive messages from individuals that have a betting interest. So more than 540 men and women's college basketball players received a similar abuse along with football players.
I'm going to let Rico go first because once I get started on this, I won't stop. So, Rico, floor's yours. Just let me know when you're ready.
No, I mean, David, I saw that article and was just, yeah, it amazes me. But you've always had people doing that, whether it's pros and my fantasy team, and they're yelling at them. I'm like, dude, I don't care about your fantasy team. But, yeah, I'm surprised that the number is that low. I thought it would actually be more than a third.
Let me help you. First of all, in 2024, if you're a college athlete making money now in NIL, my first recommendation to you as your agent is get off of social media. Nothing good will come from it. If you have brand deals, we will post them for you. We won't even give you the login to your own account. We will use it for what it's meant for, to make you money. Second of all,
That's actually a pretty good idea.
it's truth. It's just truth. You focus
you won't
on
even get the passwords.
You focus on ball, we're going to make you that money. Just go do your thing. But second, here's the other problem. And I'm conflicted because, look, the gambling thing, it's fun. But the problem is, look at the Baylor story from a few days ago. Now Baylor might have an issue with players placing bets, etc. We had the Jonte Porter thing in the NBA. Guys, we have to now, unfortunately, get comfortable being uncomfortable and having doubts about the sanctity of our athletes. Because it was one thing for the mafia to come and get them. That was different. This is also different. All it takes is you diming out somebody who's got money in an account, giving information. That doesn't involve you tanking a game or dribbling a ball off your sack. It involves you going, hey, this dude's girlfriend's pregnant. This dude just failed out of school. This guy won't play this weekend.
Yeah, this guy just broke up with his girlfriend.
I'm just saying, that's all it takes.
So let's go through this. Coaches on the hot seat, 1 through 5. 5 meaning very hot. 1 meaning
It's May 20th. I just want to.
I understand.
Okay.
But the first one, you're going to love.
Dabo.
James Franklin.
Oh,
You
boy.
know what? I'm going to say 2 because they love him down there because He will go out there and just beat the hell out of all the bad teams, and they'll get fired up, and he finds ways to lose against the good ones. But for Penn State, the bar is mediocre.
You know, it's funny. Honestly, Michigan may as well unveil a new trophy. It should be a bronzed phallus, a perfect replica of James Franklin, because they've taken his. He's the Unsullied from Game of Thrones. They just took it, and they put it in a jar. They own him.
It's like the dude with there's $1. I got you $1.
That's so good.
Hey, James, want that back? Come to Ann Arbor and take it.
Next guy, Lincoln
Replica
Riley.
edition.
Lincoln Riley, USC.
Okay, I'm telling you, as much confidence as I have that Oregon will flourish in the Big Ten because of Dan Lanning is some of the doubts I have about Lincoln Riley. And understand, no one's higher on Riley when he went to USC in the Pac-12. Him coming to the Big Ten, his program is not built for that. Dan Lanning's building that. That's just my take. I think there's something there. He couldn't win with the greatest quarterback they'll ever get there.
Right, but I don't know if that's one of those programs. I don't know if it's about winning or it's about your brand and the marketing and putting it out, because that's what USC was. It was like, wow, look at all the stuff that they're doing, but they're not winning games. Yeah, but they're all over the place, and Caleb is doing this and that. David, for that one, I'll probably put at a 3. I think that if he goes out there and he bombs in the Big Ten this year, Mike's right. He's hoping that, you know what, it's L.A., I can get all of those guys from Ohio and Pennsylvania and Michigan to come out to L.A. and be in this weather, and they can help me win. That's what he's hoping for. But come November, if they're getting trucked because they don't have a running game, he's got problems.
Close it out with the last two guys. One, your guy, Dabo Swinney. The other, Ryan Day.
Dabo, can I do Dabo?
Oh, please. I'm here till 6. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Dabo, David, I think that he's probably at 4.5, 5. I think that the fans have forgotten about those national titles because he keeps coming out there and telling you, I'm not going to do what all these other teams are doing. That's not how my style. That's not Clemson ball. What, you mean winning? Because that's what you need to do to win nowadays. If you totally shut yourself out of the portal and NIL deals, retire.
Here's the problem. The comp I would draw to Dabo right now is he not Jim Harbaugh 2020?
Oh, looking like he's about to be out.
But sticking to guns, if the boat's going down, we're doing it my way. And let me just...
So now is he going to go just to the dark side? The way?
No. I did not say it for that reason. I want to also make a point.
Because we all know things changed after that.
They go 14-1 in 2019. Here's Clemson's record each year. Just so you understand what a fall at Clemson looks like. 10-2, 10-3, 11-3. And last year, admittedly, 9-4. I'm with Rico in that if he doesn't get it right, the boosters are going to get upset. Because they're not even going after... Look, he made a comment at ACC, spring meetings. Well, most of the players in the portal aren't good enough to play at Clemson. You're right, except there's plenty that are, and you're not going after those. So Rico will be right, but there is a flavor here. This is kind of Harbaugh at the end. He either begins winning big again, or he will be gone. 9-4 ain't going to cut.
And it wasn't me being smarmy. It was the fact that Harbaugh all of a sudden just kind of said, you know what? Don't tell me what's going on, but I do need to win games. I don't know if Dabo would be willing to go on that side of the street.
Well, where's that freak we hired from Navy?
And that is your college football blitz.
Oh, Brian Day, by the way. You lose to Michigan, you're fired.
Cosign.